Hi again and good morning, everyone. It's now 12 minutes before 7 o'clock. We start with breaking news for you. The Secret Service this morning removed a drone found in a tree on the lawn in front of the president's residence. This is a live look this morning where a perimeter is set up around the White House. The spokesman says early indications suggest the device did not pose a threat to anyone in the building. The president and first lady are on a 3-day visit to India. Hi again and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau. Kyle is off. We're starting our nonstop news and weather all the way to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. If you have an airline ticket to travel today, part or all of your flight may already be canceled, and your chances might even be worse tomorrow. The East Coast is bracing for a major winter storm, and that prompted airlines to cancel more than 3,200 flights as of midnight. The National Weather Service says to expect heavy snow and powerful winds through Tuesday. About 1,700 flights are grounded today, another 1,500 tomorrow. Some passengers can expect major disruptions, possibly through the remainder of the week, as stranded flyers compete for empty seats. Now, so far today, arrivals and departures in both Fargo and Grand Forks are on time, but you might want to keep a close eye on that national weather and check flights often if you have plans to fly. So let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn for weather on the ones. We're talking about this big weather system out east, but, pretty nice here.
Yeah, not bad at all here with temperatures mostly into the 30s at this early morning hour. Still some upper 20s for Wadena and Fergus Falls. 35 degrees here in Fargo, 37 mild degrees in Jamestown, 38 down in Sisseton. You factor in some winds out of the northwest around 10 to 20 miles per hour with an occasional stronger gust. That's giving us wind chills all in the 20s now. 20 in Fergus Falls, 21 Detroit Lakes, 26 here in Fargo, and 27 your wind chill at this hour over into the Jamestown area. On the radar, most of the precipitation that we did have has pushed well off towards the east and the southeast. Still seeing a few isolated flurries and snow showers over northern portion of Minnesota. We'll see that chance as we head through the next few hours of just a few flakes falling from the sky from time to time. But all in all, some improving conditions. Still a few slick spots out there from leftover precipitation over the past few days. Most of the northern plains quiet outside of the system that continues to pull away from the area. Quite a bit of snow off towards the east, that moving into the western Great Lakes. And speaking of a lot of snow, yeah, that big storm system in the northeast just winding up now. It's going to continue to rapidly intensify today, and that means snow will rapidly intensify as we go through the day today. Blizzard warnings in the pink all the way from the Maine coast to the New Jersey coast, includes New York, as well as Boston winter storm warnings in the red. That includes the Philadelphia area. Tremendous amount of snow, historic snowfalls possible for the northeastern portions of the U.S. That will impact travel for many days as flights will try and catch up to a lot of cancellations over the next couple of days. For us, we're going to see some nice weather over the next couple of days. The only fly in the ointment will be some breezy conditions today and maybe a few clouds as we head through the day today and through the day tomorrow after a cool night tonight. And again, we're going to see a lot of melting today with highs in the 30s and 40s. That will refreeze tonight. Keep that in mind. Some slick spots tomorrow morning. More melting tomorrow as we see temperatures warming on up into the 30s and 40s. Cloudy skies, but all in all, not too bad. Your couple of days of 40s. Here in the Fargo-Moorhead area on your Monday and Tuesday, and just shy of 40 on Wednesday. Cold front moves through late in the day, giving us a chance for some snow showers. More snow showers possible on Friday with a reinforcing shot of cold air. And that will return us to temperatures of more seasonable levels with highs in the teens Friday and Saturday.
Thank you, Robert. It's now 8 minutes before 7 o'clock. A North Dakota man is charged with DUI after a car crash that killed his passenger. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says a 30-year-old man lost control of his pickup on Highway 26 near Daisy Saturday night, vaulted off an intersection road, rolled, and then landed upside down. A 33-year-old Castleton man was thrown from the vehicle and died at the scene. The driver was pinned inside the pickup. Troopers say neither was wearing a seatbelt. They say alcohol appears to have been a factor in this crash. A northern Minnesota man now faces first-degree murder charges in the child abuse death of his infant son. An Itasca County grand jury indicted 38-year-old Emery Jenkins of Deer River on 2 counts of first-degree murder. A medical examiner said the baby had a skull fracture and multiple rib fractures, as well as abrasions that may have been caused by biting or cutting. According to the complaint, the boy's mother told investigators that Jenkins would bite the child because he was crying. An arraignment is scheduled for Thursday in Fargo for a man accused of walking away from a Fargo halfway house. Authorities say Kieran Clear was signed out from Center Inc. on a weekend pass in November and never returned. He was actually arrested January 13th in White Earth, Minnesota. Keir was convicted for conspiracy to participate in racketeering activities and sentenced in 2013 to more than 3 years in prison. Get ready for a new traffic crunch near downtown Fargo starting today. The center lanes on Main Avenue between 10th and 12th Streets will be closed for sewer repairs. It'll last through Friday. You'll be able to drive on only one lane in each direction. But the city is urging people still to use a different route if possible. With the rising cost of college and industries with workforce shortages, some businesses in the valley are now sponsoring students. They actually pay for students' tuition as long as the student agrees to work for the business after they graduate. Technician industries are the common fields to be sponsored.
Now it's even become more competitive. Businesses are understanding they need to start that relationship in the high schools, in the junior high. So it's becoming much more competitive because they're not only competing within their company to company, but they're competing against industry because there's not a lot of difference between technicians that go into construction programs, that go into transportation programs or manufacturing programs.
If a student changes their mind regarding their degree while still in school, most businesses just stop paying the tuition. But every business is different, so students should check before making that commitment. Attention parents of middle schoolers. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is sponsoring a nationwide carbon monoxide safety poster contest to help warn people about the dangers of the invisible killer. The contest is open to U.S. residents in grades 6, 7, and 8. The winners will win $500 each. Not bad. To enter, just head to our website, valleynewslive.com. Click on the hot button. All entries must be received no later than February 27th. It's now 5 minutes before 7. In this morning's Healthier Me, a new study reveals many breast cancer patients don't know enough about their condition. Researchers asked 500 women with breast cancer about their tumor stage, grade, and what subtype of the disease that they had. Only 20 to 58% were correct. Experts say patients can make more informed decisions about their treatment if they're fully educated about their disease. Menu labels showing calories and the amount of exercise needed to burn those calories seems to affect what parents order for their children. Researchers divided parents into two groups and had them order a meal for their child. While any labels showing calories prompted parents to make healthier choices, the calorie plus exercise label group was also more likely to encourage their kids to be active. Minnesota native Lindsey Vaughn mastered a tricky Super G race for a record-extending 64th World Cup victory yesterday. She's amazing. The American star raced down the course in 1 minute, 23.55 seconds, with only one rival able to finish within a second of her. Vaughn is back on the race circuit after suffering back-to-back knee injuries in 2013. The Duke head coach has become the first in Division I men's basketball history to reach 1,000 career wins on Sunday. It happened at Madison Square Garden last night when his fifth-ranked Blue Devils beat St. John's 77-68. Now is a better time than ever to get signed up for your library pass so your whole family can enjoy the benefits of reading together. The Valley Today's Christy Larson joins us live from the downtown Main Library in Fargo with more on what the library has to offer. Good morning, Christy.
Yes, that's right, Lisa. You know, we're at the downtown location, but they have many locations in the area, so there's always a library near you. And we are here with Lori West, and not only do you guys have a number of programs, but you guys have volunteer opportunities as well.
We do, yeah. We're looking for people to help put books away, and then also we have an outreach program where we have volunteers take books out to some of the congregate housing sites, so senior living sites and things like that. So we're always looking for volunteers to do that as well.
And what a way to check it off your list for the New Year's resolution of volunteering. But let's talk about, too, I mean, those programs are always amazing, whether it's for adults or kids, and it's free for people to join.
It is free. You know, people can get a library card here very easily. You don't have to have a library card to attend any of our programs. If you're looking for programs to attend, just go to our website. They're all going to be listed on there. We also do a print newsletter, and you can sign up for an email newsletter, and then that would list all of our programs as well.
And it's anything from tomorrow, teens are going to be making those leather stamped bookmarks to Little Squirt Science and even to adult book clubs. So Lisa, there's so much to enjoy here again, and it's free. That's the best part, is anything for the whole family is right here at the library.
Lots of stuff to do. Christy Larson reporting live for us. Thank you, Christy. This is really crazy video. A family in Colorado had some unexpected visitors for breakfast yesterday morning. A whole herd of elk passed through their backyard. At least 3 dozen animals passed right by the back porch. Look at all of them. The elk were calm, walking slowly across the snow-covered grass. The city of Evergreen is just west of Denver. Look at that. I bet they probably left a bit of a mess in that backyard too.
No.
You know,
No.
That's a lot of animals to be back there. Wow. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, only 10% of women say they'd be offended if a man did this during a date. The answer, if he used a coupon. I wouldn't be offended.
No.
Lindsay, our studio director out here, said she wouldn't be bothered by that at all. She would think that he was financially responsible.
She's not offended by much of anything, though. No,
so. She works with you, and she comes back.
Wait a minute.
You can take part in our question of the morning just by going to our Valley News Live Facebook page. Go ahead and join the conversation.
Well, a lot of people will be talking about today's weather. Mild temperatures. We've gone back down to 32 degrees here in Fargo. Again, there are a few slick spots out there despite the mild temperatures. That mostly from some leftover slick spots. We did have a touch of a dusting of snow in some areas during the overnight hours. Wind chills mostly in the 20s and teens for Fergus Falls and Wadena. Most of the area is dry. Still a few very light snow flurries and snow showers up in northern Minnesota. That will be dissipating as we head through the next few hours. Over the next few days, mild temperatures as we head into the weekend. Some colder temperatures returning to more seasonable levels.
You don't offend me either, Robert.
I hope not.
Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. We'll have more local news and weather for you right here in 25 minutes.
Take care.